shout out to John Megison, who plays the lead role in A Haunting in Ravenwood, a film that's filmed here in the Pacific Northwest. It comes out in February of 2022 on DVD at Walmart and streaming platforms everywhere.
Holiday Monday, starring Shepka and some co-star.
Director Shepka.
Holiday Monday? What's that?
It's an action film.
Action movies? Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
We know.
I know, that's good. That's good. But Chuck, why were you doing the trailer voice?
Shepka.
Because Shepka wants more trailer voice.
Because he's old school action guy.
Shepka.
Like Stallone and all that cool shit.
Except for he's Shepka.
Yeah, well, like Carlson.
No.
No.
Shepka.
Nathan Shepka, filmmaker.
Shepka Productions presents Shepka in Shepka Stuff.
Check out Nathan on this next episode of Around the Reel.
Check it out.
Welcome to Around the Reel with your hosts, Aaron Carlson, Charles Lawson, and Samantha Hannah. Gucci gang.
Dude, we're good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm all good.
Very good. Very good. I'm glad you made it to our show.
Cheers. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Our show is unscripted, so we just kind of roll with it, buddy.
Cool. That sounds good.
See?
I am completely good with unscripted.
See, I love that too. Dude,
So,
Chuck,
wait a second, do you have trouble with your lines then also? Even though you write the shit, you still can't get it out of your mouth when you're on set? Because we're all like that.
Weirdly, if other people write something, so like I did a scene in a film maybe 4 years ago now. I only had one scene in it, and it took me like 4 or 5 days to get the lines in my head. But I feel like if I write it, then it's kind of already there, if that makes sense. So if I write it, then I pick it up quite quickly. But if someone else has written it, I have to look at that thing for days before it goes in.
you know what's funny? I'm completely opposite.
Yeah.
I'll write a script and I don't remember one fucking line that I wrote. But if I'm reading somebody else's, like yours, Chuck, that you wrote for Say Goodbye, I'm way better at it. I'm way
really
better.
good at my lines.
You're great at your lines.
Miss, I quit acting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she quit.
I don't like acting.
She retired. She retired from acting. Is it Shepka? Is that how you say your last name? Okay.
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. So hopefully it'll sort of turn into one of those things where people just know me by my second name. You know what I mean? Like Stallone.
Yeah.
Shepka.
No, I'm with you.
Fucking awesome.
That would be fucking awesome. I'm with you.
Only if you have like a cool last name though, because I don't know about some names.
Well, Shepka's cool.
So you're saying that Carlson doesn't work?
Carlson works. Carlson
it
fucking
does
works.
not.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nathan Shepka with us today on Around the Reel.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome, Nathan.
All right, guys. How's it
I
going?
mean Shepka.
Shepka,
It's
come on.
Shepka. We're going to go by
So
Shepka.
sorry.
We got to sell
I'm so
this
sorry.
one.
Schwarzenegger, Van Damme, Shepka. Yeah, you know what I mean? It'd be badass.
Yeah, you guys can go with that, but you got to do it in that voice every time.
Okay.
Shepka.
Shepka.
Yeah.
I'm digging
you got
it.
to do it in the trailer voice.
Well, dude, thank you again for joining us. This is awesome. We didn't have time to even confirm with you today if you'd be on the show because we've been moving. Our family, Sam and I, and our family
Moving
moved
sucks.
all week
Balls.
long. And I couldn't have hated anything more in my life.
Literally, me too.
I mean, honestly, it was the worst thing ever. I got my ass kicked by so many things. I was sore as fuck.
He had knots on his head.
Not
and the
a
one
fat
thing
lip.
right between his eyes, like he had a big.
Bro, I got a split right here between the eyes from a fucking monster hose. The hose. I'm taking the fucking hose and trying to unravel it and everything, and it's one of those metal ones, and I'm trying to pull it really hard, and it just whips up like, bam, hits me right in the fucking middle of my eyes.
So Chuck, earlier you were talking about karma.
Yeah, and that's karma. Yeah, and now
You were trying to be helpful. That's fucking karma.
No, it's not that. It's because we were fighting too. We were arguing because we're stressed out and there's so much shit going on. So her and I were not on the same page. And we
It kind of sounds a little bit like the fight from Transporter 2 with the fire hose.
Yes, dude. Yeah. And Sam had no mercy. She didn't give a shit. I was like,
I didn't. I was like, ha ha, good, serves you right.
I know. I got smacked in the head. I'm in the backyard and I'm like, fuck.
He's all bleeding.
And she goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I was quiet for a minute, and I come in, and I'm doing some more shit. And the next thing I have blood dripping down my face.
So I said, "Are you okay?" after I laughed for like
I knew you
10
did.
minutes
I
in that.
knew you did. I knew you did. Plus, Nathan, we rented a truck, dude. And I'm going to tell you, now I don't mind renting the truck from the U-Haul place and we got to move with. That's fine in the rental fees and everything. But I had to put gas in that motherfucker to take it back. I spent $101 on gas.
Or petrol, depending on where you're from.
So I can one up that. So
shit.
on the last film that we did, which was a kind of mystery thriller thing, which we shot last September, I hired this van for basically everything to go in for the shoot because we're driving down south of here about maybe 40 minutes or something. So we're just keeping the van for the duration of the shoot. And the van was like 300 quid, which for you guys I guess would be about $400 or something for the duration. And the guy comes out and he's standing at the front of the van with the iPad and he's like, "So do you want insurance for this?" Yeah. And I was like, "Well, how much is the insurance?" And it basically was more than the hire of the van. And I said to the guy, I was like, "No," I was like, it's more than the hire of the van. I was like, "What the fuck do you think we're going to be doing?" And I'm not going rally driving. So it took me like a good 5 minutes to convince him that was not happening. And he said to me, he's like, "There's a 1.5k excess or whatever on it if you smash it up." And so the sort of rental offices here, they've got a petrol station or a gas station around the back, which is not owned by them, but they've also got like an additional parking bit on the other side.
Okay.
So you kind of got rental garage, petrol station, and then their parking as well. And the guy goes inside and start up the van, pull it forward probably about 2 feet and smash it into a bollard. I didn't even make it out the car park. And the thing is, they parked it literally right next to the bollard. It was like that. You could have barely fit your hand in between the space between the van and the bollard. And I'm pretty sure the guy had been standing at the front thinking, "Do you want insurance?" I think he was probably looking at the bollard at the time thinking, "You're going to need that."
You really might want the insurance.
The bollard had like been bashed already. And the sound guy who I was driving down to the location, I was like, "Shit, let's just get out of here and deal with that later. I'm not even going to get out and have a look at it." And he's like, do we want to take the bits that are on the road?" And I was like, "Well, no, I thought it was just some little plastic bits or like a broken headlight or something that had fallen off." I was like, "No, let's just get the fuck out of here before they see it on the security camera." And he's like, "No, part of the side of the van has fallen off." And I was like, "Right, shit, yeah, we better take that with us." So I ended up driving around this busted up van for 12 days and then covertly getting it fixed before I had to take it back.
Dude, that's fucking dope. That's funny.
But you know what? He didn't pay for the fucking insurance.
No, fuck that.
Oh my god.
No, I didn't.
I would. Yeah, I didn't even think about that
That's
too. They
so
scare the shit out of you here in the U.S. They have a diagram of the fucking truck, dude, like showing every piece of damage and how much it would cost. Like the bumper, $12,000. Fucking headlights, $85,000. I mean, it's fucking insane. So they go, "Do you want the daily insurance for $14 a day?" I'm like, "Well, fuck yeah, I don't want to spend that." And you don't hit shit. You're not hitting shit. So then you end up spending another $100 for insurance.
Well, they're scandalous over here.
They're juicy scandalous.
And
Like
they're
they're dripping.
They say way over what it would actually cost to fix it because, like, I know people that do that stuff.
You know what I mean?
It does not cost.
No, it's insane amount of money that they scare the shit out of you, dude. They're like, "If you get the seat wet, it's $85." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You're gonna literally die.
Don't have sex inside the truck.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, well,
$12,000.
we owe $12,000.
It's like, Jesus Christ, for 12 seconds?
Yeah, no shit.
Sorry, Sam.
Oh, sorry,
I
Sam.
know, I'm sorry,
Sam.
too.
I'm efficient, sorry. Anyway, okay.
For yourself.
Yeah, I get it out. Don't fuck around. All right.
Nathan, have you listened to a show before?
I gotta admit, I have not.
Then sorry.
You have no idea what you're in for then.
Well,
I
that's
have no
awesome.
idea what I'm
We
for.
love
Yeah,
that.
no, it was actually my writer mate from London, Tom, that put me in touch with you guys. He said he had a good time on the show, and I was like, "Yeah, hit me up."
That's
love
cool.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom's off.
He
That's
was
Tom
fun.
Jaliffe, guys.
Yeah.
He was a great guest, and he's a great guy. We absolutely adore him.
Mm-hmm.
He was very, very fun. Well, I'm glad he did that because I'm excited to talk to you. Now, unfortunately, I don't think any of us here got to watch your new film.
We didn't.
Okay.
I know I didn't, and I didn't think Sam did because we were fucking moving all week.
No, I admit,
thought
buddy,
you
I
said
only
we
caught,
were
I only
fucking.
caught trailers.
Okay, I did see the
caught your
trailers.
trailers.
So your job today is going to get us psyched up for your movie, so when we can fucking
I
sit
already
down.
can't wait to
I know.
watch it, though. I really
well,
want to watch it.
the trailer's very fucking
good.
cool, and there's a lot of stuff I want to talk to you about because you're an action guy, which I am too, and I'm jealous of you because my team here is making pussy movies right now. I'm just playing.
Okay, let's back up.
I'm just playing.
I always like to downplay the fact that you always say, we're going to make money off your movie so I can make my fun action shit. Why don't you go back to that? Even though I thought that was stupid when it came out of your mouth. Fuck you and our pussy movies. And
what is pussy about the giant Pacific octopus? They're badass.
Octopussy?
No, it's true. They're badass. No, the octopus is badass. Yeah, that's a James Bond reference, by the way. Octopussy, that's great. No, badass octopus. Yeah, and
So,
and our faith-based movie, Chuck, God, badass. He's dope. I get it. But what I'm saying is like, there's no
Cheers
guns.
to God.
There's no fight scenes. There's no stunts. There's no punches and kicks and gunfire and all that cool shit.
There's lots
Shit
of
blowing up.
action in mine.
Yeah, underwater action, but
That's
there's
action.
but we're not blowing up anything like an Aquaman. It's not like that,
Ooh,
Anyway.
Aquaman.
It's okay, Sam.
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, it is warm. Anyway, Nathan. So
Shepka.
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 I'm happy that you're on here because I love action filmmakers. Is what I'm saying. So tell us about your movie, and I don't want to give the title. I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay, so Holiday Monday is an action thriller, a little bit tongue-in-cheek, a little bit of a kind of buddy element to it, even though the guys are not cops. And basically it's set on Bank Holiday Monday. That's the sort of premise. I guess it's almost like a little bit of a Die Hard with a Vengeance type thing, and it kind of gets progressively bloodier as the day goes on. And it's about these two guys who are ex-army private security personnel, and they get a call from a guy who is asking them to protect him from his ex-drug lord boss, because he's trying to sort of leave the family or whatever. And they meet with him on Bank Holiday Monday, and he turns up dead, and he's got a briefcase full of cash and some pictures of the guys inside, and they end up incurring the wrath of the drug lord, and it kind of just spirals from there. So they end up in a little bit of a mess, and they've got to fight their way through the drug gang and figure out what's been going on.
Dope.
Well, let me ask you
Dope.
this. Other than creating a really short movie, why not just give them back the money?
Because they're mercenaries. They don't fuck around. And that's what's cool. Like, mercenaries will kick ass. They have no rules, you know what I mean? They can do whatever the fuck they want. That's badass. Anyway,
So
okay.
that was actually one of the things that obviously if you get the cop characters or whatever, and they've got a bunch of rules, or there's
Yeah.
restrictions on what the characters can do to a certain extent, but with the sort of guns for a higher character, I guess a little bit like the Expendables, you can get away with more in terms
stuff.
of what they do.
Yeah.
And location wise as well, it wasn't as if we were going to pretend Scotland was LA or something like that, so location doesn't matter too much for those stories as well.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So is that where you're from? You're from Scotland? Is that where you're at?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. The Scottish stuff. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about Scottish, except maybe Scotch. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts. That
See,
counts.
I thought so.
Okay.
See,
It doesn't count because he
not
doesn't
as
even know
dumb.
much about Scotch.
I don't know. No, I mean,
doesn't.
that's probably
I know
about
way more.
97% of what we are known for, but and the other 3% is not movie making.
no, it's not. Well, dude, that's dope. Okay, so you got this movie out right now. So tell me about your distribution. Like, what happened there? Is it out on major platforms? What's your plan as a filmmaker?
So we actually used a sales agent called John Lepper from Siphono Ventures, and he was he's quite vocal on social media in terms of his services and filmmaking in general, and I decided to hit him up. He'd actually got a really good deal for a film called The Velocipastor, and I was like, oh, this guy seems interesting, and he's very kind of passionate about filmmakers finding people the right deal and what he's doing, and he's good at networking and stuff like that. So basically, it was given to a company called High Octane Pictures in the States. So they are sort of basically exclusive worldwide rights, so they will go and sell it to other territories. Their plan was to actually release it themselves domestically, i.e. in the US, North America, Canada, but it was actually passed over to a slightly bigger company called Gravitas Ventures. So those guys have got it out on Blu-ray and DVD, and then a bunch of streaming platforms. So, iTunes, Prime, and whatever else. And I think it's been sold in a good few other territories as well. So Brazil, South Korea, Scandinavia. Some of those releases are still pending, but they're just kind of spreading the word and selling the territories at the moment.
Good. Okay, so Gravitas picked it up. That's awesome, man. That's Sam. That's like indie film rights. They're a distribution company. So just to let you know. And that was one I was looking at too. They do a lot of good stuff, I hear, for filmmakers. So that's awesome that you got them getting your back with this one.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
It's very good. When was the movie released, by the way?
So it was the 23rd or 24th of August this year, I think. So that was when it came out in the States. And then I actually think it came out in Scandinavia a couple of weeks before that.
Okay.
Yeah. All
right. Are you currently in that 90-day, like, we're going to try to buy or rent mode, or is it out streaming right now?
Yeah. So it's out streaming as well. So it was basically everything was kind of at the same time.
Oh, that's good. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, there you go. We got a filmmaker made an action movie. See you, Chuck? You can do it.
I didn't say we can't.
I know.
Hey, look, fucker. You told me to write a story. I'm sorry I didn't write the story you wanted me to tell.
Oh, no. I don't mind telling your story. I don't mind telling Sam's story.
Sure, because you keep talking about it.
No, I didn't talk about it. I just said it can't be done.
Shepka.
Yeah, like you can get your movie.
Gotta drop it every once in a while.
Well, we on this show, Nathan, we do our best to try to just keep encouraging filmmakers to keep going. To keep making movies, whether it's short films or features, just make your shit. And a lot of people where we're at in the state of Washington here in the U.S., I just want to encourage them to keep going. And having people like you that make a movie. Is this your first feature, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a little bit of a happy accident, actually, because it was originally meant to be a short.
Really?
And it just kind of, and it just kind of spiraled out of control, and it ended up being over.
He understands.
It started off short and kept growing.
I understand.
Growing.
Yeah.
Sam, it was growing.
Yeah. That's
Well, here's the thing. I think that if you want to be this is just my opinion. I think if you want to be a filmmaker and make a living at it, you have to do features. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? No, short films is great practice. It's something you can have fun with and do really quick, like we did just a short here not too long ago we released called The Source.
Yeah.
I had a blast, and that can help you build an audience of people who appreciate your work. No doubt. You're not going to make any money though. So I guess my question to you, Shepka, is what is your plan as a filmmaker? Are you trying to do this and make this your living, or are you doing that already?
I mean, I guess because this is the first feature, there's a bit of a kind of structure to be put in place, so to speak. I mean, we're on feature number 3 just now, so we're most of the way through shooting that.
Okay.
But I do have another job, so I've got a kind of regular 9-to-5 type thing. So for me, it's just about seeing whether I can eventually strike that balance where I can fund the films and also basically, fund my lifestyle. Like, even if I was making the same salary as the 9-to-5 job that I do, that would be fine, because then you're you're getting to make films, you're doing something you like.
Yes.
They're maybe not making mega bucks, but you
can pay your bills.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's kind of the goal.
Yeah, and that's the philosophy I think we are striving for. You don't have to be that big Hollywood blockbuster person to make movies. You tell somebody you're making a movie, they're like, "Oh, really? What are you making?" And they think you're trying to be a movie star or some shit. It's like, no, motherfucker. You can make movies and make anywhere from 50 to 100 grand a year, and be all right. You can still live your life, and that's that middle class we talk about filmmaking. You can be there.
we're trying to do,
Which
which
is
is
what
what
we're-
a lot of people are trying to do.
Yeah,
Just
and
be able to pay your bills, but do something you love. And
yeah, because 9 to 5 sucks balls. It sucks balls. Look at Chuck.
I haven't worked 9 to 5 in forever. My day starts at like, 5.
You're like 6
I'm like 5. I'm like 5 to 4. I mean, that's my fucking day. 9 to 5. 9 to 5 would be fucking cherry.
yeah, that's a shitty day.
But let's look at it. I mean,
literally shit.
But Aaron and I joke about it all the time. I was like, he's like, man, you get up so fucking early. Can you imagine if we had a studio somewhere and you showed up that early in the night? I come walking in around 9 after going to the gym, and I'm like, oh, Chuck, did you get all those files transferred and everything all taken care of for editing today? And oh yeah, man, you're all straight. You're good. And he's like, that's the dream right there. I'm like, oh yeah, well, I'm working in the morning and you're fucking hitting the gym.
Yeah, that'd be the dream.
That's his dream.
That'd be the dream because I'm gonna be editing the film.
You guys forgot what I'm still doing.
What? You're still sleeping?
What are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Sam
still
is still
sleeping.
I'm still sleeping.
At 12 o'clock, she comes in with lunch. And she'd be
No,
like, guys,
no.
what can we do? What can I do today to
She
help?
comes in wanting
breakfast.
lunch.
Oh.
Okay, it's breakfast for me, guys.
That is true.
When
That
I
is
don't
true.
get up till like noon.
So Sam, Shepka's a jack of all trades guy. Did you know that?
Yeah, I do.
And you like that, guys. You like
Yeah.
guys that are jack of all trades. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you do it
Well,
all.
the second part of that saying though is master of none.
Yeah, that's
Well,
that's
yeah,
that's
I mean,
See,
yeah.
I never say that. If I say I'm a jack of all trades, that makes me sound badass. If I go master of none, then I sound shitty.
Yeah,
So I
that's
never
like-
say that. I leave that part out.
somebody.
No, I thought it
people
was
actually say
hot,
that to me,
like-
and I'm like,
Oh, you think that's hot?
Yeah, he just got hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shepka.
Jesus Christ. I need some advice from you, Shep.
There it is right there.
Cut.
I bet you there's not an action movie called Jack of All Trades. I don't know what the angle would be on that. Maybe he's like an explosives expert, a martial arts expert, a weapons expert.
Yeah.
The whole shit, the
All
whole
of it.
shebang.
Yeah, and he's a smooth
Yeah,
motherfucker
yeah.
too, and all the women love him and shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yep.
We'd have to have you come over here to play that character though, because Carlson can't pull it off.
I can pull it off. Let me just heal my little thing right here on between my eyes from the fucking hose.
that little thing is so small that if you tilt your head a little bit, you can't even see it.
I know that's good. That's good. But like on camera, that shit will show up in 4K. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
That's a good thing is you do the editing, so you'll
Dude,
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna
edit
do
blend it out.
Hit
Yes.
the beauty thing on there.
the beauty filter.
Yeah.
How come when you do the? How come I noticed that you did the beauty filter? How come everybody looks so smooth in some of the things from Say Goodbye, but I look like I have liver spots suddenly? What the fuck did you do to me?
You're supposed to be sick.
You're supposed to be sick. You're a cancer guy. You're dying in the movie. I don't know. We're gonna make ourselves look badass.
I quit.
We're gonna be smooth.
She quit the movie.
I quit everything.
Oh wait, what? You're just gonna sit here and look at the screen and go,
Yeah.
Shepka.
I reckon it's not going to be long before they start applying, those filters to basically everything, so people are ageless.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. I was fucking around on our DaVinci. I don't know what you used. Are you an editor by any chance?
Yeah, I do edit as well, so I don't use DaVinci, but I've used it before. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's this one little plugin. I just dropped it on there, just fucking around the other day because I'm new to it. I've never used DaVinci except these new films we're working on, and I'm keep finding stuff that's kind of fun. And I'm like, whoa, shit, what's that? And I drop it on to one of our interviews for the Giant Pacific Octopus documentary we're working on, and the lady changed from looking like like a normal person to like a fucking beauty star. And I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Look
I
at us.
just dropped it on.
We all look like we're 20 again.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use it.
It's great.
We're all gonna be pretty motherfuckers in that fucking documentary. It's gonna be badass. Netflix will be all over it. Trust me. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Okay, let's get on.
Yeah, we shall.
So your film, my friend, Holiday Monday. What type of budget were we working on? Is this micro budget film?
Yeah, so I guess in you guys' money, it's maybe about, I want to say like $18,000 or something like
Holy
that.
shit, that's good. Okay.
Possibly slightly less.
Okay.
Yeah.
Self-funded, or did you do Kickstarter, any of the crowdfunding stuff? What'd you do?
Yeah, no, it was self-funded, so I did the whole kind of living with my parents and spending the majority of my money on this. And I mean, people kind of see it as a risk, and yeah, it is a risk. I mean, it's a risk that might pay off. I mean, I think for crowdfunding might have worked. Certainly, taking the film to funding bodies here in the UK probably would not have worked. By funding bodies, I mean kind of like government run or government incentivized or funded type things, because they tend to be more interested in making slightly more thought-provoking things, as opposed to, I'm not saying they're not commercial. But for me, I kind of look at things, in action and horror are going to bring back the most money in terms of residuals and what kind of deals you get. They carry the kind of highest value price tag. But a lot of the things, I don't want to say, I do want to say a lot of the things that come out of those funding bodies are a little bit wanky and kind of woke, and why the fuck are you making that shit? Why not just make a film that entertains as opposed to that? And then obviously there's kind of private investors and what have you, but you try finding those guys. People will want to invest in property and stuff like that, but films are kind of like a bit of an unknown juggernaut for a lot of people, and they're like, oh really? So it was self-funded, but hopefully the idea, well, the kind of business model behind it is that, you make one, sell one, make a little bit more, you make something a little bit bigger, you sell it for a little bit more, you make something a little bit bigger, you sell it for a little bit more. In theory, whether that will actually pan out or not, I don't know, but it's early days, time will tell.
There is no rules. They do it anyway. Go ahead, Chuck.
And I'm sorry, I wanted to jump in real quick. Yeah. Don't be afraid of talking to those guys who invest in property, because by investing in your film, it's a tax write-off for them, because it's a investment that's for them not going to have the return that they're probably putting in. Mm-hmm. So if you can find somebody who does really well in property or things like that, then they might be willing to help you, because there are millions that they put into property. Throwing you $25,000 to help you with your film actually might help them for what they can save in taxes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well,
I'm still looking for that sugar daddy. Sam, you really got to step up here and help me with that guy.
Oh, it's my job?
Well, you are prettier than us, Sam. You probably get it done.
And we know how much you love.
Dudes.
We hope you love.
Actually, I'm pretty.
No, you're not pretty.
You're pretty. And we know how much you love talking about business and money.
And yourself.
No, I was talking about you, Sam.
Oh, Chuck.
We know how much you like talking about business and money. Never mind, we lost Sam already.
Oh, yeah.
Put down your phone.
I'm not on my phone. What are you talking about? My phone is way over.
Too funny.
You do get the flip side of the card, though. You've got the cougars out there as well, the rich women. Is Kim Kardashian not single these days? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
all over that.
I know. You were talking about the
might
model.
have to make a sex tape with her, but make sacrifices.
You were talking about the model stuff, like making a movie, then making more money, then making the next one bigger. And that's one way to do it, and that's what's cool. There's different ways you can do it. I'm kind of thinking, like, what makes me proud as a filmmaker is to take the least amount of money, make the best film I can to get the ROI higher. And there's less risk for everybody. So, for example, the first film we did, The Outrider, which is behind me here, we spent
nice plug.
Yeah, a couple grand. I mean, we put into it. I mean, literally. And the quality's okay as far as visually, but sound sucks. But, it's a better opportunity to make money every month on these films that way. So if you think about it in the long run, if the more movies you have out there on these platforms streaming, the more money you'll make every month, right? Yeah. So if we've got 10 or 20 movies out there, and they may not be the best ones on the market, but they're still entertaining enough to grab a niche audience.
Yeah.
If you're making...
You got kind of more shelf life with streaming as well, because it's not like you go into Walmart and you pick up a DVD that might be on the shelf for 6-7 weeks. Streaming, it's there forever. Okay, so you've got a bunch of other films in that library as well, but you've got that kind of presence that never goes away. Yeah, the guys at High Octane had said to me, they'd asked how much we spent on the film, and they said, the mistake that a lot of people make is that they spend $750,000 on a film and expect to make it back, and he's like, it just does not happen. Mm-hmm. For us, though, the build towards, I get the thing making something for as little money as possible in order to bump up the ROI. That makes total sense. We kind of, our thought was to eventually try and get some relatively known faces or sellable faces. Even somebody like Eric Roberts or Danny Trejo, and for a few days kind of get them on the cover, give them a bit of a co-starring role, because that will almost
it'll bring an audience to your movie.
Yeah,
I get you. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Also brings a
Eric
money
Roberts, he's
guarantee.
been in everything recently. It's like
Yeah.
you turn
Oh,
around
see.
and it's like in every indie film, it's like, Eric, take a break.
Well, you might as well get Bruce Willis now because he's in every movie. He had 2 released last week.
I'm your favorite bald guy, fucker.
I know, but we can still get Bruce Willis.
Okay.
Well, see,
He
this
can
is
be
what
my
I was
stun
told
double.
as well by someone. They had said, you got to have a look at the market as well, because they said if a distributor, has already seen 3 or 4 Eric Roberts movies in the last few months, then the price tag for those is going to go down substantially. So I guess it's about that as well.
Yeah.
You
got to be smart. Pick that talent a little differently. Like who is a name person that you could get for a film that isn't in every indie film,
But it's still everyone knows who they are.
I know, and that's the trick.
Tom Skerritt?
Like Tom Skerritt. Yeah, if like we could get one name person, even like Eric Roberts, if we could get it, we'd get it. I would love it. And we could say we got Eric Roberts on the show.
Okay, get him.
Okay, we're gonna get him. We're gonna
get Eric Roberts on the show so we can talk about all the stuff he's doing.
Yeah,
But
and
today
for
we have
everyone.
Shepka.
No, I'm just
Shepka.
well, yeah, it's just about getting people in your film though too. It's not just the podcast, but whatever you're doing is what I'm saying. Any creative form of entertainment you're trying to get.
So let me ask you guys this question.
Oh, please do.
Do you think that it is more helpful to put quality into your film versus a big name actor?
Depends on how much it costs.
This is unfortunately kind of what's happening. So you get that really cynical view, and I guess it's production companies and distributors, but they'll grab someone like Dolph Lundgren, they'll put him in it, for, I don't know, 10 minutes. They'll do a couple of days work. It's an easy sell. They'll slap him on the cover and kind of bill him or almost position him so that he looks like the lead. But ultimately what you get is you get a bunch of people watching the film and going, oh shit, and they feel that they've been kind of missold or mismarketed.
Disappointed,
to.
yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and ultimately that is damaging, because what you get is they don't watch the next film, and so the budgets go down, and then the quality of the film goes down. I mean, I think that people need to be a bit more honest with that. There's no reason why you can't make a quality film and have a known actor in it, but the problem is a known actor, over a quality film, the known actor thing will always sell first, because even if you make a shit hot movie, if you've got another movie that's total bullshit that you've maybe got Eric Roberts or Dolph Lundgren in, that's going to sell first. And what I was told is that gets you the upfront money guarantee or that buyout. Whereas if you have basically a bunch of no names but a really good movie, you're talking about back end, and that takes time to come back. Yeah. Whereas if you get an upfront money guarantee, you then can just jump straight into the next feature.
Mm-hmm. You're absolutely right.
Well said. You are so right.
Yeah, that's
you
exactly
right.
Very cynical though.
I know.
The other thing to think of too is everybody thinks about an act like you said Eric Roberts. So we're talking about all these guys who were big 15 years ago,
right,
and smaller. The other thing to look at too is the small screen. I mean, there's no shame in grabbing somebody from TV, because right now it used to be a big thing. It's like you had actors who were on the big screen and actors who were on the small screen. Now with streaming services and everything else, everything's blended.
Yeah.
So find that supporting character in a big, where they're under somebody who is a big name in a TV show, and try and get them to be in your movie.
Sure.
Because then that person, I was actually thinking of that of like AJ Cook.
Okay.
She had, she's from the Final Destination movie, all that stuff. But then she had that role on Untitled Chapter Forever and a Day.
Right.
And you look at some of her stuff, and you see her in all these different independent films. Most recently, after Criminal Minds ended, she did a whole bunch of independent films for a little while. It's things like that. So those are things to think of too. Is look at the small screen and who's hot as a supporting character or a supporting actor or actress on the small screen, and look at getting them, because that will give you your next tier.
Right.
It was actually my co-star on Holiday Monday. I won't name any names or whatever, because I don't know if this is confidential, but basically there was an actress who was in another feature that he did, and they took it to a company or took it to a distributor, and they kind of knocked it back and said, no, we're not interested. And then this actress popped up in a supporting role in a Netflix series. So it was actually a Netflix sequel series. It was really, really widely watched or widely viewed, and our IMDb profile shot right up. And they took it back to the same distributor again, and they basically said, yes, we'll take it. Okay, so they put the character a little bit front and center, which again, a bit of a cynical move, but it got them that distribution deal in the end.
Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard because you get a budget, and it's like, what do you spend your budget on? Like this versus this, and if you put if you spend your budget on
A big
an
name
actor,
person, or
a big name
a named
actor.
yes.
that people know about, you're likely to get.
You're left with dick. You got peanut butter jelly sandwiches to feed people on set.
You literally have nothing else.
Yeah.
But
There's
you're
nothing
looking
wrong with
at being
PB&J.
No, there's
being
not.
noticed, so it's hard because
Yeah.
you want to put the quality into it, but
Plus, I mean, don't forget, and most of the times too, if you get a big name actor who's going to be in your film, if your film doesn't produce, they can stop you from being able to distribute at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So if you get, because if they get,
well, that's the thing. You can ruin
contract,
your reputation with that easily
Here's-
because you can put a big name actor in there, sure, but is it going to be a good film?
Well, I liked what Shepka was saying earlier.
Shepka.
Yeah, I like the fact that he said, it was like, you get a day or two with one of these actors and they're in it for a little bit of the movie. I think that's a fucking bait and switch. I don't like that.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
I think it's fucked up because you can throw fucking Donnie Trejo's picture on your fucking movie and he's in it for fucking 3-4 minutes of the film.
right?
And that's stupid. Because if I'm a fan of his and I only see him in one scene really quick, what is that? I rented the movie because that's fucked up. I don't like doing that to people. I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather take the money and use our talent in this area to make a film and give it a budget, and not trick people. And hope for the best, but keep the cost as low as possible. I mean, that's what I would do.
Just because the
But I would
actors
love
that
to
are-
have a new if it was an intricate role for a named actor that mattered in the story, that gave it some depth, I would be like, cool. But if I couldn't do that, it's like, why the fuck would I do that? Because that's selfish. That's just trying to get people to come watch our fucking movie.
Here's the funny thing. Remember the so even Hollywood has done it. Okay, We're not Hollywood. We don't want to be Hollywood. Even Hollywood has done it. Executive decision. Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal.
Yeah, and see what's going on.
He
What?
died in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes. Pissed me off. Yeah, and at that time,
But
thank
it
God
was-
Kurt Russell was in it.
It was sold as Kurt Russell and Steven Seagal in
was.
Executive Decision.
I love that movie, but
See, the one good thing about that, though, even though Steven Seagal apparently refused to film his death scene or come out his trailer, in fact, I actually heard that he wanted to come back into the film. It's like, well, no, you fucking fell out of an airplane at 40,000 feet. It's not going to happen.
yeah, you're not gonna live through this one, Steve. Sorry. I
But
know
at
you. I
least
know you're
that-
hard to kill, but come on.
But at least that's a bit of a sort of, not a character arc or a story, but it's inventive. Whereas I think these days you get that sort of cameo role, and what they do, understandable to save time and get the most out of them on set, is that they literally just film their scenes in one location and they kind of cut back and forth to them every 20 minutes or something like that.
Right.
So okay, you've got that kind of shock Seagal death, but at least it's memorable. Whereas if you get an actor in and you sit them in the room and you're like, okay, so that clearly was shot in a day in that one fucking little room,
Yeah.
to maximize their screen time, you know what I mean?
And I guess that's what I was saying too. I agree with you. If it's a memorable moment for that character, then it'd be worth it. Other than that, if it's just to have their name in it, and they're saying a few lines here and there in the same fucking room throughout the movie, that's stupid.
Okay, wait a second. Let's back up.
Because I'd rather give an artist out there who's acting that isn't a named person but could play the role great. Give them an opportunity to shine, as opposed to someone who already shines.
Okay. Let's back up.
Okay.
I don't know why, but all these movies are popping in my head as we go through this conversation.
Oh shit.
Phone Booth.
Okay, that's great. Colin Firth, badass movie.
Great.
Yeah.
One guy was on set for one day.
We just watched one of those.
Yeah. One guy was on set for one day.
Remember?
Who was the bad guy in Phone?
I can't remember. I haven't seen it for
Kiefer
years.
Sutherland.
No shit.
He sat in one room, did all of his shit, and he was constantly in the movie throughout the entire time.
Okay.
However, he did all of his shit in one day.
All right, so maybe it's gonna be because I don't remember him in the movie.
You
then.
don't
That's what's
remember
weird.
who can carry an entire movie that we just watched?
Oh shit!
Jake.
What was? Oh, Gyllenhaal in the fucking Guilty.
The Guilty. Yeah, I haven't
Oh
watched it.
my god, that movie's fucking amazing.
So
Yeah.
that was shot in 10 days, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it was. It's ridiculous how fast they shot that. And actually, Antoine Fuqua was outside of the fucking set. He was in a van the whole time filming.
Yeah, because he had COVID, did he not? He
Yes,
actually
he
got
did.
COVID and
Yeah.
decided to,
Yeah, and he's in the van watching the monitors and directing the camera angles and everything from there. Isn't that amazing? They didn't
Yeah,
take
that's
fucking
great.
Yeah,
days.
they're not a medium income.
Oh no,
the
they got
filming, that's-
a little bit of money.
They had the money.
What?
Yeah.
They're not us?
No, they're not us. You're not like with hood shit from Gig Harbor. And now I gotta say we're from Gig Harbor.
You're
I
not
know.
from Gig Harbor.
We live
Well,
in
I
Gig
You don't
Harbor.
have. You live in Gig Harbor.
I'm literally from Gig Harbor.
Where were you born?
Gig Harbor.
Not possible. There was not a hospital in Gig
Okay.
Harbor when you were born.
Okay,
Where
I
were
was
you
born
born?
in Tacoma, but
There you go, bitch.
I
You're
live...
from Tacoma.
Okay, well, guess where my newborn ass went when I was born? when I left the hospital.
I'm going
Gig
to guess to a
Harbor.
bar.
To my home in Gig Harbor.
Hey,
Not
Chef.
to a bar. What is wrong with you?
My first thought would be
I want my rum
a
baba.
Rum baba.
I want my rum baba.
Go get your rum baba. So, Shep, here we go. So here's the thing. I don't know what it's like in Scotland, and I know you have no idea where we're at over here. But the place we live now in Gig Harbor that we moved to, we lived in the city, and now we moved out here. And there's this bridge. If you look up Gig Harbor, you'll see the Narrows Bridge and all this shit. We drive over here now. Now, Chuck's lived over here majority of
Most of my
since
life.
Yeah, since I've known him. But now we moved over. Great property, beautiful house. But I'm out here, and there's like 7 black people, I think, and I'm one of them now. So it's weird. When I went to Safeway last night. There was no brothers. There ain't nobody.
What time did you go to Safeway?
It was like 7:30.
Oh, they were supposed to be inside by then.
See, I didn't know that. So I showed up, and the whole place fucking shuts down. They all stop. It's like when Eddie Murphy walked in the bar in 48 hours, and the whole bar looked at him. That was me going to Safeway last night. You believe that shit? Just because I'm brown. So I live in this really white community now, dude, and it's really weird. It's really weird.
I'll tell you
I
what.
gotta get used to it.
I'm going to make sure I hook you up with Audie.
Who the fuck's that?
Audie is Starla's brother,
Who's that?
Haley's uncle,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and he's a bagger. So every time you go in there, Audie will be your guy.
Is Audie black?
Audie, how you doing,
Is
buddy?
Audie black?
Audie, no.
Because all those people you mentioned
but,
are white.
but everybody, Audie loves everybody, and he makes everybody feel good.
I wonder if that's the guy that was at the self-checkout. Because he was a nice guy. He was nice.
Could have been.
Yeah. He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
I reckon there is another action movie in there. I reckon Die Hard in a supermarket. You got to call it The Bagger, and the bagger's like turns out to be ex-military because he has to. Obviously, he's not going to be like an actual fucking bagger.
Right? No shit. Some
I reckon,
badass. Yeah, just like Steven
that's-
Seagal was Under Siege as the cook. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
And then you get a bunch of inventive ways to kill the bad guys in the supermarket, and a bunch of really, really shit one-liners that come along with it.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I still...
Do shit
you know-
one-liners make an action movie more fun, or is
Yes.
it just worn out now?
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's what shoot 5 guys clean up in LA.
Exactly. That's perfect. It works.
You know what I mean?
Yes, it works. So you grew up with the movies, I think, or you at least are influenced by a lot of the movies I grew up with, it sounds like. A lot of 80s action films. So what got you started in this film stuff anyway?
I actually used to make kind of just, I guess, pretty random videos on YouTube. They tended to be parodies. So I parodied stuff like James Bond and Rambo and whatever else. I mean, they were really, really just me with a camera and, absolutely no talent at all making these little kind of shit YouTube movies. And I'd done that for a few years, and then I was like, I'm going to make a short with some actual people as opposed to just kind of the one-man band thing. So I used to play all the characters as well. It was kind of Mike Myers situation. So I got
Sex
started
scenes
with
must have been
shorts.
weird.
Oh, dude. You can get a sex scene done by yourself just fine, trust me.
Depends on who you are.
Sam, I know you can get it done.
Anyway.
Yeah, you'd be fine without me. You don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, totally fine.
She don't give a shit.
Sometimes after the show, I need to apologize to my mother. Sometimes Jesus, but still, we have fun on the
Well,
show.
what about you, Chuck?
What? I'm more efficient than anybody I've ever been with, but what are you talking about?
You use my word efficient?
what?
It's just efficient. It's
Efficient.
Yeah.
Is that what you call yourselves?
When you get it done quick? Yeah, you get the job
Oh.
done. Yeah,
Okay.
you got to rub one out. You just get it done. Real quick.
That's called efficient?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
You just get it done.
I'm really efficient.
It's see what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. And then you can move on with your day. It's beautiful. Anyways,
Going back to your YouTube experience before you went into filming.
Yeah, Nathan, so sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
That's all right. I mean, listen,
wasn't
it's
my
getting
fault.
it down to a fine art. You know what I mean? You got to do like same amount of time as making a coffee. That's efficient.
Especially with a Keurig, it's no joke. I'm going to
so
race the
then-
Keurig from now on. Put the coffee thing in it. And go run in the bathroom real quick so you can get it done before the coffee's done. No? Anyway, go
I
ahead.
wasted time to run to the bathroom.
This is our
I wanna
masturbation
meet
segment
the
for the
person
show.
that can do that can beat the toilet flush. Or meet the
Shoot it down before it goes down.
Holy shit, if you could do that, you're
Yeah.
a master. Yep. Jack of all
Literally
trades
a
and
master.
master of all crafts. Oh man, sorry, bud. All right, Shepka, continue
So,
getting into the movies. Sorry.
I basically ended up making a bunch of shorts. So I think there was like 7 in total. They started off. We weren't that short compared to a lot of the ones that other people make. I think they were about the first 5 or 25 minutes, and then the last 2 were 40 minutes, which is a bit of a weird time because you kind of remove yourself from a lot of festivals there because a feature's kind of 45 minutes plus apparently in festival speak. So 40 minutes is a really odd time, but it was a good build up to doing a feature, and I've never really found festivals for me where a bit of a kind of unknown. There's so many of them out there, and you're thinking that's just 3 guys and a fucking dog sitting in a bar watching your film. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know the scale of these festivals, and you never hear anything back unless you're at fucking Sundance or something like that. They're almost irrelevant. So, and I think that's pretty much how we managed to turn a Holiday Monday into a feature, because the edit came out at just over an hour long, and it was very, very clear from the edit what was missing from it. So we shot a bunch of other stuff, including a sort of, I guess, one of those kind of cold opens, like the Expendables type open, where it's another mission, but it's not related to the rest of the story. And then there was other scenes that were clearly meant to be there where you're like, oh yeah, I know it needs to go in there. So it was a bit of a happy accident, but it eased us into making a feature without knowing that we're actually making a feature.
I gotcha. Wow. There you go.
So he went out, unlike you, he went out and told a story, and he's like, oh, wait, I got to say some more.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Aaron goes out and tells a story. It's like, dude, you need to say a lot less.
I gotta say some less.
Yeah, it's tough. But I mean, there's a story. I'm a story guy, and I kind of don't get the festival thing, and I've said this on the show many times. To me, if you're not going to Tribeca or Sundance or something huge like that, then I don't see the value of it, because you're paying them money to get in a show that you could go and you can stand in front of thing, take pictures, and maybe networking is the only thing you would do, but we do that here. So
that's the thing. I mean, unless you can actually attend the festival in person, you don't even get that opportunity.
You don't get that opportunity.
Distributors have said to me, basically, no one gives a shit about festivals unless you get into something big that you can maybe slap it on the cover. You know what I mean? But they said other than that, it's irrelevant. People tell them all the time it got into this festival, and they're like, so what?
Who gives a shit? They have a festival every month.
I know. Hey, we've got the Montana Film Festival coming on. And you're like, who gives a shit? No, it doesn't matter if it says LA or
Seattle. If any of our listeners are from Montana and you submit to the Montana Film Festival, we wish you all the luck this season.
I mean, I get it. I mean, if you're a filmmaker and you're making a movie or a short film and you're putting it in the film festival for that purpose, there is zero wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That is a path you can take. I personally want to make films and earn a living making films. And I want to have the best opportunity for our team to do that as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, so you're not going to make a living doing the film festival.
No, you're not.
You're paid.
You're not. You're going to be wasting a lot of time waiting for the festivals before you can even put your fucking movie out. Well, and you could be making money during that time period instead. Yeah. So it's kind of like you got to figure out what you want to do as a filmmaker. What do you want? Do you want to make money and use this as your way of earning an ROI and do what you love in your life, or are you just an artist and you want to just share your work and then go to your normal job? If you have a distinct plan, you're good. But if you expect film festivals to get your film to get notoriety and then someone's going to come and pay you all this money from that film festival, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen.
Thing is, from a security perspective as well, I can go to the sales agent, this is all the stuff you need, passworded Vimeo, blah blah blah, sales pack, trailer, also passworded. I don't really feel comfortable taking a film that I've spent money on, that I've finished, handing it over to a bunch of festivals pre-release or even pre-deal, because you're thinking, look at the amount of piracy and stuff that goes on these days. To me, that's
I get it.
That's another thought that I had as well.
I get it. I mean, it's bad enough as soon as you put it up on a streaming platform, it's going to be hacked by every fucking hack site out there. It's going to be on any free movie site you can get, torrenting and all that stuff. Yeah. So it's kind of like, fuck, man. I don't know.
Keep listing off all the ones you use.
Yeah, I think it's all about just what you want to do as an artist and a filmmaker. You've got to know what you're trying to. You got to have a plan. You have to have a plan. That's it. So, I mean, if it's film festivals, that's fine. I personally don't see the value in it. I don't. But you guys are trying to get me to, so that's fine.
Well, to a degree. I mean, the biggest thing is to hit certain festivals that make sense. Like our buddy, I say our buddy, he's been on our show once, and we follow each other on Facebook. But Kit Wilson,
Yes.
he makes short films, and he only does film festivals. I mean, obviously, because they're all short films.
Yeah.
So he can't put.
He's got a huge body of work.
Yeah,
huge body of work.
Yep, and he does amazing shorts, and he does. He can actually tell these stories and turn them into features.
Yep, easy.
But he doesn't.
Yeah,
and he'll be the first one to come back in here. And if we had live calling, I'd be hitting the button and Kit, you're live. Okay, go ahead and argue with Aaron.
Yeah, well, because maybe he has a reason. Maybe these short films are his way of showing his body of work first before he maybe pitches a feature to maybe a studio or something. I don't know what Kit's doing.
But I have no
idea.
Aaron and I have just both discussed this. I don't want to spend 6 years doing film festivals for somebody to maybe see something that eventually will make us money. Right. I'd rather put out. I'd rather.
I know you want
going
to put
back
out,
to our
Chuck.
previous.
Sam, he wants to put out.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Why'd you call her by name? That makes it weird.
Someone does.
What I want to put out?
How's your nose? No, I want to put out content so that way we can start making money on whatever we're making now. That's the biggest thing for us because, like we said, there is a middle class for filmmakers, and that's what we're trying to build our thing into being.
I think that shorts are a good kind of thing for a trial run and a bit of a learning experience. And I did 7, and obviously you're sitting there thinking, okay, these did not make me any money. They cost me a shit ton of money. But if I look at them, I'm thinking if I made a feature instead of that for short, it would have been shit. Right. Because you don't have all that knowledge and that kind of learning curve. And I think, I think those are a good kind of practice canvas before you go, okay, I'm ready to try a feature now.
And how many listeners or watchers or fans do you pick up when you do that? I mean, you do. You collect a lot of people.
If it's good.
If it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. You can. And you can build a YouTube page and you can build subscribers and people who appreciate
Which is good. Any of that is good. It.
But don't spend any money on them. Like our last short, we didn't spend a dime. And people
you bought food for people for whatever reason.
Yeah, and Sam made it too. You made some good food. But literally, man, we made this last short, and it's 8-9 minutes, something like that long, and we released it on Halloween. And it's doing okay. It's doing pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
for a short film.
The point being take something and go film something. So we grabbed a GoPro. I was like, here, do something like this.
Yeah, just to show filmmakers out there just starting. It's just like, if you've got any kind of camera, just go make something. You don't have to put this high production value. You don't need to set up all these lights. You don't need the sound design. You can do all that later. Just go film some shit and then try to figure out how to make sound better in post. That's kind of what we did. And we did it on purpose that way. It didn't cost us a dime. It got us a few subscribers. But that's it.
Well, that's the thing that we've kind of done all along. We've been learning.
Right? Yeah.
As we've gone along.
Yeah.
Making movies with our kids, with Chuck.
Yeah.
Just making short movies and learning.
That's
just learning.
What you do.
Yes, I'm not allowed to be around children. Why does everybody make that why it seem weird?
Because of last week you said
that's
creepy Chuck.
That's you.
It's Halloween episode and you brought out some darkness. Some weird stuff. Yeah.
Nothing that Shepka would know because he hasn't listened to an episode yet. The first episode he will listen to will probably be his own.
No, that'll be good, and then maybe he'll listen to some other ones because there's some good stuff. We've had great guests on this show, and you're one of them now.
Yep.
Yes.
Cheers, man.
You're a badass. So your film is a straight action movie, and from the trailer, it looks like it's got a ton of action, and it looks gritty. There's a lot of stunt work. It looks like. And I wanted to ask you because I don't know, but from the trailer, you've got explosions, you've got a lot of gunfire. Are you using blanks or are you doing all that stuff in post? Are you blowing shit up or is that all post work? What did you guys do? And as far as stunts go, how do you choreograph all that stuff?
Well, he said everyone does their own stunts, right? You said that?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're like us. Like we do our own stunts, but we're jumping on the ground and killing ourselves. I mean, did you have it planned and set up with safety stuff, or you go and do what we do and just jump on the fucking cement and I bust my knee and I'm like, fuck.
We are a little bit ad hoc, I'm not going to lie. So, it's everyone kind of understands when they're going into it what, they're taking on. Mm-hmm. We all have stuff like crash mats and, some safety stuff. The guys that we tend to work with, especially for the action scenes, whether that be fighters or even most of the main cast tend to have some on-screen fight experience or whatever, and that's kind of intentional. And I guess that also goes for action movies on a bigger scale. They tend to have people that know what they're doing involved in them. Mm-hmm. Gunfire and explosions and stuff are all real. I think that I am right in saying there is not one CGI gun flash in the entire film. Everything was done completely for real, which I kind of knew this was going to come up. And I seen the other day that obviously after the Alec Baldwin incident, to me that is an isolated incident, right?
Absolutely.
How many times do you hear something like that? I mean, the last was literally back in the early 90s.
Brandon Lee.
It was Brandon Lee, and that was a freak accident. That wasn't a real bullet. It was like a blank that had jammed in the chamber and fired the little bit that was left through or something like that. So
weird.
It's not as if you could turn around and say they had real bullets on the set. I mean, the Alec Baldwin thing was also an isolated incident. How did you manage to get real bullets on the set? How did they get into the gun? How did they get in the hands of the actor? How did he point it at someone? How did he shoot it? I mean, there's so many failings there.
Yep.
But you can't say that happens regularly. And I seen an article with The Rock, and he was talking about all of his productions. He's going to insist on digital muzzle flashes in future.
Mm-hmm.
They look shit. No one's been able to fucking make those things look any good. When you fire a gun, you get so many things happening. You get, the slider going back.
Yep.
The flash comes out the front, the smoke, the reaction with the light on the actor's face. You can tell when they're real, you can tell when they're fake. I understand for John Wick, when they do stuff, digital, you got the long takes, guns fucking jam all the time. I imagine doing something like John Wick with real blanks would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
You've also got, the close contact headshots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that. You'd have to have so many resets. But imagine movies like The Expendables or Rambo or something like that using digital muzzle flashes. To me, that's kind of like audience contempt in a way. It's like, well, if I fucking paid to go and see an action movie, I want to see some good action in it. If you can do that in fucking post, what is the point? I could do that. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of looking at. I know a lot of these lower budget direct-to-video productions don't use them for the sake of time now. Which, okay, fair enough. But it's like, if I can use them, why the fuck can't you? To me, that's just kind of audience contempt. It's cutting corners. It's doing things on the cheap. And unfortunately, I think the Alec Baldwin incident is going to set a bit of a precedent for people switching to digital. And Tom actually said that to me. That I think that'll happen now. I think all gunshots will be digital. To me, it looks shit. I'm not going to do it.
You can see it. Yeah. Well, you're an action guy. You pick up on the details. Now, what's funny is that I always judge movies that are action movies by how the gunfire is. And I've said this before on the show too. Especially with indie filmmakers. Now, I do my best when we're making a film that has gunfire to make digitally these movies. I mean, we're using airsoft guns. You know what I mean? That's what we're using. But
Aaron has never even.
I've never even shot a gun in
real gun.
Nope, never have. Nope,
ever.
Nope.
I have.
I've held my penis. That's pretty much powerful.
That's not a gun, Aaron.
If you could digitally enhance that, you'd be
as
fine.
long as you're not firing blanks with that as well. Then...
Oh no, I wish. I've got a lot of kids. Yeah, no, that's fully loaded.
No,
baby.
every time he fires,
Doesn't fuck around.
A kid shows up.
Apparently, I'm trigger happy too. It just does not stop. It's automatic fire. It's like Jesus, sorry, someone put the safety on that fucker.
Go Alec Baldwin up in that bitch. It's probably too early for that, isn't it? Hashtag too soon.
Too soon. But here's the deal.
That's your life story too, isn't it, Aaron?
It is.
Hashtag
Too soon. Yeah. Hashtag too soon is Aaron's life story.
It's just funny though because Shepka's right on this one because there's a shit ton of movies made every year. There's more movies made every month now than ever before. Like you can't keep up with the amount of movies. Indie level, studio sound, all of them together. There's hundreds and thousands of movies made all the time. So many of those are action movies. So many things with guns. Think about how many bullets are being fired in these blanks and these weapons. And he's right, with Brandon Lee passing away back in the day, and now the director of photography for Rust. It's kind of like those are isolated incidences. Most of the time, these sets are very safe. Now, I'm not going out of my way to get real guns for our shoots when we do it. I'm fine with doing it in post, right? Because it's a film. But
guess I'll stop shopping.
But here's the thing, though. When I watched Nathan's trailer, the first thing I saw was how good the gunfire looked. And I judge every movie by that. So when I watched your trailer the other day, I'm like, dude, the gunfire's off the hook in this. So, Nathan, you're right. I mean, your gunfire makes me want to watch your movie because it looks like a high-budget fucking action movie that way. You know what I mean? So I get where he's coming from. As a filmmaker, I get it. So I'm sure if I used a real gun and had the blanks and we're firing those off on set, I'd be like, dude, let's just do this. I don't fucking ever want to go back and do these fucking muzzle flashes in post again. I would, but I've never used them, so I don't know any difference. But I didn't know he was using that stuff, and it looks great, Nathan. It looks great.
Cheers, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
That's Shepka.
Oh yeah, Shepka. I know. Go back and forth.
Shepka.
It depends on what mood I'm in. I'm not, he's like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Shepka, and Carlson.
No.
Okay.
See, look at
could've stopped
Shepka.
one
Just look at my
short.
face. Shepka. Carlson.
See, I know. It's so gay. I'm shaking now. It's so
It sounds a little bit like a bartender from a sitcom or something like that.
I guess so. My high school football coach used to say Carlson. He said it cool, and everybody'd look up. And I haven't found anybody be able to say.
That's because that's the only cool white guy you ever knew.
I guess so. He liked
What
me.
happened to those trailer voiceovers, though? I mean, two things about trailers. One, they show the entire fucking film now.
Yes.
And
I
you can sort of
know.
piece it together.
Yeah.
If you look at a trailer for like a Fast and Furious movie, like I can tell who fights who. I can tell where that happens. I can tell what the sort of like the final battle looks like. You look at Vin Diesel's just fallen off a cliff and he's gotten back up, so he obviously survives at the end.
Right.
One, what happened to the trailer voices? Those were fucking brilliant. They need
Yes,
to bring
they
those
were.
back. And two, what's with the 3.5-minute trailers that basically show the entire film now?
I know. And
Ah.
the catch thing they do now too, and I even mimic that for her GPO trailer. They'll show you about 7 seconds of all this great shit before they actually tell you the title of the trailer, because they want to
Yeah.
catch you, because people have they're scrolling so
Attention
fucking
span.
fast.
Yeah.
that-
No
yeah.
attention span, like he
And
said.
zero. It's pathetic. Take a minute to watch
So
a fucking movie.
I'll work on bringing back the trailer voice.
There you go.
Coming to you.
Oh man, good stuff. I don't know. What were some of the challenges you had on that show, or making your movie, buddy?
Oh man, I mean, I guess one of the things that always kind of sticks out for me is the lengthy post-production period. We actually, on the second feature that we did, a little bit less complicated in terms of post-production because it didn't require any digital effects at all. So action movie wise, what we'll do is we'll clean some stuff up. If there's kind of unwanted things in the shot, like me, clean up some unwanted things in the shots.
Like me.
It depends on who's watching, I guess.
Aaron's like, can we put more of me in it? Aaron, you're a
Yeah.
supporting character. Oh, sorry.
Less is more, Aaron.
Less is more.
But in that case,
What?
I'm sorry.
So do the
Anyway,
cleanups,
continue.
we'll do stuff like not all of the squibs. Some of those are digital. That's the kind of thing that's you can get away with that a little bit more. That's a thing that would cost way too much money and take way too much time to do on set, especially if there's a number of bad guys getting killed in the one scene. We did use some squibs just for kind of key deaths in it, if you want to call it that, so like novelty deaths and whatnot. But I would say post-production time certainly, especially when the action stuff, takes a little bit longer. The mystery thriller that we just did, we got the post-production period, so I think it was with sales in less than a year from when we wrapped. So we wrapped in like last November. We did a little bit of a reshoot, and it's been with sales for a few weeks already. So that is kind of getting closer to the post-production period I would expect or kind of desire, because again, that kind of impacts on your ability to sell and roll on to the next one. I kind of need to get that as a constant cycle. Other than that, I would say, time limitations. I know that you even get sort of Steven Seagal movies shooting in 14 days. We shot Holiday Monday in 18 days.
That's
But with stuff like the Steven Seagal movies, you got B units or second units going on, so they can get a lot more done in that period of time. They'll take Seagal from one location to the next and then do other stuff in that location he's just left. So we kind of shot 18 straight days as a first unit. There's no second unit or anything like that. So I guess time restriction is kind of one of the main things, because if you gave me some, known actors for that, great, okay, that would be desired. But if we could have, 30 days to shoot it, it would be a much, much, much better movie, obviously, because you've got a lot more time to put into each scene. But that sort of luxury is just not there, because, you shoot something in 30 days instead of 18 and it would cost a shit ton more money. So that's probably one of the other things, is the kind of scheduling and those limitations that low budget basically brings to everyone.
Would you shoot for that then? So you saying that, so if you had a name actor and you have to obviously shoot with their time frame, would you spend the money in getting a B team as far as being able to do all your secondary stuff? And would you be able to let that B team do what they need to do, or would you have to feel like you're in control even though you're still on the first unit?
Yeah, I think I'd probably have to feel like I was in control. I mean,
Yeah,
you've
me
got
too.
stuff like,
I'm with you.
you know, you've got the see the chase scene in Hobbs and Shaw that I think it's both The Rock and Statham are going after Idris Elba.
Yep.
A lot of that was shot in Glasgow, but what you get is the first unit shoot The Rock and the other guys on a green screen, and then apparently so that was shot in Glasgow, in Scotland, that particular chase. I think the only person that was there that was actually involved in the chase, actor-wise, was Idris Elba. They had, I didn't see this, but one of the people that was working on location, they had The Rock's arm. So they literally had The Rock's arm attached to the outside of the car, so they made a cast of his fucking arm or something like that. So obviously
shit.
that second unit that's shooting that, there's no need for us to do that, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah, no, it does.
the second unit will shoot the big stunts, but we tend to shoot all that with the actors. So it's almost like a case of, I guess we wouldn't be able to do that,
I gotcha. Well, there you go. Wow. I want to make an action movie. Guys.
I know you want to make
Okay,
an
I'm
action
just saying.
movie.
We all know that. We're making our movies, so we can
I know,
make
we're gonna-
money for
we're
your
gonna-
action.
I know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just saying. It's fun.
We're making our movies so we can make money, so you can have some time to play.
Dude, action movies are going to make some money one of the days. You want.
See, the great thing about action movies, and I said this to someone, it carries the highest price tag of any kind of horror and action are kind of alongside each other in terms of carrying the highest price tag distribution wise. But action fans don't really care who's in it as long as there's lots of people getting beaten up and the fights are good. Horror fans don't really care who's in it as long as there's a shit ton of gore to a certain extent. But action movies, a punch is a punch in any language, so that will sell in Asia, it will sell in Europe, whatever.
Absolutely.
That's got the kind of translatability. Whereas you do a kind of offbeat comedy, you've kind of stuck up a wall around about you to a certain extent.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, fine. We won't make That's Life.
Well,
Whatever.
we'll get there. We'll get there one of these days. But I'm just saying, it's the genres that we're talented in, like documentary wise. And then I know you're a horror guy.
Don't worry.
We're
We'll do
doing a
something-
God movie now, but after that, we're gonna get down to some badassery shit. Not fucking bad.
Horror movies are good as well because you
They
can kind
are.
of do the whole combined thing. If you look at something like Peter Jackson's Brain Dead, which I'm not sure if that's called something different.
It's
over
called
in-
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive here.
Dead Alive
Ah,
here.
so it is, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
great
there
movie.
you
Gotta
go,
love that
kind of
rat.
horror. You got horror and action kind of in the one, arguably, but you've also got so John Lepper, the sales agent, told me that concept films do really well, so hence the Velocipaster, so fucking ridiculous, but someone's going to pick it up just because they're like, that looks fucking mental. And they said creature features do really well as well. In fact, they said it can often get upfront money guarantees for some of them, even without known faces in them. So I guess it's concept. You get, again, DVD cover, Dolph Lundgren, a bunch of robots and a bunch of zombies, Battle of the Damned. Is it shit? I mean, that's kind of subjective, but it looks like, oh, holy shit. You know what I mean?
But if you sell that DVD, nobody knows until they buy it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch shit.
That's not my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man. All right. Sam. Do
Aaron?
you have a game?
I do.
Let's play a game.
I
Let's
always
play a
have
game
a-
with
Wait,
I
wait,
always have
wait.
a game. I'm a
wait.
game
We're gonna play a game.
player.
Is it a fun game?
I don't know.
We always have fun.
It
playing
depends on who you
Well, no,
ask.
I don't. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna ask Shepka if he is interested in playing a game.
I heard
As
Scottish
long as
people.
we're not going to do fastest to finish with the toilet flush, then I'm down.
Why did you already
No,
do
that's
one
not
earlier
the game
today?
we already.
No.
Remember, our day just started. He's towards the end of his day. So
Yeah, and maybe he already.
I'm like 4 deep by this point, man.
You're the winner. You're the winner of that game.
He's not fucking around. He's like, dude, I'm gonna be in there an hour trying to get one out.
You already won a game already.
It's
So.
too funny. All right, what do we got, Sam? What kind of game?
I was gonna go old school.
Are you gonna go old
Oh,
school?
wait.
Oh, because we got an old school like action guy on our show, so that's cool. It's perfect. What we got?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary game.
Urban
Dictionary game.
Oh shit. Here we
Yo,
go.
mama, you want to play the
Wanna
Urban
play
Dictionary
this
game?
game? Shepka.
I have never heard of it.
Okay.
I've heard of Urban Dictionary, but I've never
Okay,
heard of this
that's all you need to have heard of.
game.
The Urban Dictionary. I give you something, and you tell me what the definition of that is. Okay.
Okay.
She'll give you
Or
a
you
word
try to
or a
guess.
phrase from the Urban Dictionary, and you guess what it means.
That's it.
That's it.
Piece of cake.
Pretty
And you're
simple.
lucky because you always get to go first.
You do get to go first.
Yeah. You get to look like an asshole
Being
first.
our
bro.
honored guest, you
All right.
get to go first.
Let's do it.
All right. The first one is a douchebag of cyclists. A douchebag of cyclists. What does that mean?
That has got to be a bunch of cyclists or a cycling group who are out cycling on the main road and no motherfucker can get by them.
Okay. Oh, that's actually good.
That's really good. What do you
Douchebag
think
of
a
cyclists.
douchebag of cyclists is? Aaron?
I think it's a douchebag that repeats the process every hour of being a douchebag over and over.
Because it's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
It's
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a repeating
Recurring
cycle.
cycle.
Yeah, he just can't stop being a douchebag.
Oh,
It's easy.
okay.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that me?
Are you a douchebag of
Yeah, that might be
cyclists,
me.
Aaron?
Hey, Aaron's the answer. What do we have for him, Johnny?
Douchebag cyclist.
Yeah.
Aaron Carlson.
I'm not
A douchebag
I
of
thought I was an
cyclists.
asshole. Can I change my name to douchebag, Aaron?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, that works?
It totally
Douche-
fits.
I think you'd have to switch to Carlson. Douchebag Carlson.
Dude, there's too many syllables. That's the problem.
A
Like
douchebag
Shepka,
of cyclists,
I-
Chuck.
I'm kind of stuck because Shepka jumped all over my answer because those little fuckers get out in their fucking shorts and jump on the fucking road and get in the fucking way.
Yep.
And nobody ever turns. It's just like, get the fuck on.
And their cute little hats.
Okay, well,
They are technically helmets, but
Oh, yeah.
Shepka and Chuck, you are winners. You guys got it. And that is exactly what a douchebag of cyclist is. Aaron, you sound like a douchebag of cyclist, but
That's all it is? It's just the cyclists that get in the way?
yeah.
Do you guys
The
have the
douchebag
Urban
of
Dictionary at home?
cyclists.
I've
A
read it.
copy of it?
I've read it cover to cover, bitch.
Are you guys
Ooh,
so
bitch.
that's it? So
Why
that's
don't
it?
you
Okay.
get all the other answers?
Shepka,
then?
you've got a Scottish version of the fucking Urban Dictionary over there? Is that what's going
There
on?
probably are a few
This is
fucked up
bullshit.
Scottish things on Urban
Let's-
Dictionary, yeah.
Let's change the game. I don't want to play this game anymore.
They've
They've got copies of the fucking Urban Dictionary.
She prepares
Whatever.
the
All right.
game. She
Fine.
can't
Fine.
just-
I didn't get a point. That's fine. Go ahead. What's next?
All right, I'll
He's
give
very
you.
competitive.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
he's very competitive.
Whatever. What's the next one?
Wait till we see how much your movie makes versus how much his next action movie makes.
Oh!
Fuck Shepka.
No, he's got. You know what? What's funny? Unfortunately, he and I know what the pain because his IMDb reviews are just like ours for our movie. Fuck IMDb and their reviews.
Oh, man.
Those guys are assholes. They don't know shit. They don't know shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Agreed.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
they're stupid.
What's the next one?
But anyway, the next one is selfish. One word.
Selfish?
Selfish. CELLFISH.
CELL?
Yeah. Selfish. What's a selfish?
Okay.
Not selfish. What's a
Selfish.
selfish?
That was on my Urban Dictionary calendar yesterday.
Oh my God! Look at him
Oh,
bouncing,
no.
dude.
Oh,
Dude,
you
why
know
don't you
the
just go
answer?
rub one out
No.
right now? While you're
I already did while we're
Stopping
sitting here.
her-
We'll do it again.
Oh.
You need to. Go for it.
Shepka.
That's a difficult one. I am going to go with someone that doesn't let anyone else get in their selfies.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. That's not a bad. That's
Okay.
a good. That's pretty clever. Aaron?
A cell.
Selfish. Sell.
So like
Fish.
sell like cellular
Sell
phone.
like CELL. Sell fish.
Okay, I get it.
Do you though?
A cell fit. I'm trying to get the right answer here. Hang on, let me take a drink.
Of water and ice.
I just got a little nip, got a little tickle going on. All right.
Selfish.
That's the answer.
Aaron.
Okay, sorry, I'm getting there. Is there a timer on this?
Yeah.
Sorry,
We're
I'm
on the
coughing.
clock, motherfucker.
Jesus
Stop.
Christ. Okay.
Hey, stop being so selfish. We're trying to get through this game.
Selfish. All right.
Sorry, Drew.
How about someone who you're fishing on someone else's cell phone, like you're looking for something.
Oh, that's kind of
How about
clever.
that? How about that?
That's a little clever
Okay.
for you.
That's
yeah,
clever.
that's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you.
That's
See, for
clever.
me, what do you think I'm a fucking moron?
I'm so
If he only had a brain.
I laughed way too hard. On that
All right,
one, but
selfish.
Yeah,
that's
that's clever
mine.
for you.
Might as well give me a point right now. It's already on there.
No, selfish is for all those bitches who try to pull off that duck face look and just look like a dead fish.
Oh God. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, what do we got? What's
Do you
the
want to know what selfish really is?
Just
No, we're just playing the game because you said we had to.
Oh, okay.
I got a point though, right?
No. Someone who talks on their phone even when doing so is inconsiderate and rude to other people.
You mean like most of America?
Like literally when you when you walk into, I don't know, a gas station and you go to pay for your gas and the dude is sitting there on his cell phone and
Yeah.
you're like, "Can I just buy my gas?" And that's selfish.
That's selfish.
Now, see,
Selfish.
I'm thinking of all the people
Selfish.
walking into
Okay, I
the gas
get it.
station, talking on the phone, never putting it down while they're doing shit.
To the gas station attendant, that would be a selfish.
Yes. I get it.
That's a selfish.
Okay, fair enough.
And now everybody, it's not and like all like
No one
this.
got that
Nobody's
right.
talking on their cell phone. It's all on speaker. They're looking at nobody on their phone and they're yelling at their phone. So we're all listening to conversations
Good
when
point.
you go through the store. It's like,
Good point.
That is
everybody
true.
shut the fuck up.
All right. So did I get a point?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
No. The only one who has
Number 3.
number 3.
Okay.
Okay, and I have 4. So
Okay.
we have to
Okay.
like.
All right. I
yeah.
got this.
Great.
I got
That's a tiebreaker for nobody getting points. Great.
Irish handcuffs. Irish handcuffs.
That's not fair. He lives
No,
closest.
no, no. Listen.
Irish handcuffs.
Irish handcuffs. What are those? You're first.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Oh,
Mhm.
so
It's not
you
that easy,
said
is
it wasn't fair. He doesn't know this.
It's not that easy. Shepka, is it?
I'm gonna say handcuffs that you can get out of yourself, because I think I'm right in saying stereotypically sometimes they say that the Irish are pretty dumb, so they'll put like Irish before the word. So like, I don't know, like an Irish cell phone would be like one that doesn't have any numbers on it or something. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say handcuffs that you can get out of yourself. A little bit like a chocolate teapot, right?
Let's be honest.
Or,
I'm
match
Irish,
on a
and I actually
motorbike.
resemble that comment.
That's good. That's good. I like that answer. That's a great answer.
Okay, that is good.
Okay.
Aaron?
I'm gonna say two Guinness beers. Handcuffs.
Oh, shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They can't move because they got 2 beers. They're
Holy
double
shit.
fisting. Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
double fisting is Irish handcuffs.
That's in
Yeah.
their Ross
Yeah,
Road
they can't
movie,
drop that
probably.
shit. They can't do shit with those. They got
Chuck?
beer in their hand. Come on, that's
Okay.
a great.
Irish
So-
handcuffs.
Irish handcuffs is when you are double fisting conjoined redheaded twins
What the fuck?
and you can't get out.
What the fuck? You can't get out? What do you? Their hands are stuck in there?
Your hands are stuck in them.
Yeah.
So you can't get out.
You can't get out, like-
Irish handcuffs.
Aaron, remember my Irish
the
dance?
fuck?
Conjoined
Remember my
redheaded
Irish-
I do. Is that you trying to get fists out?
twins.
What the fuck, Chuck?
Everybody's just like, where the fuck did that come from? This is my
And did
brain.
you say redheads?
Well, yeah, they're Irish.
I'm Irish,
All right,
and I'm
did-
not a redhead.
Did anybody
Try harder.
Okay.
try? Did anybody get the answer correct on that one?
Unfortunately, Aaron, you did.
I did. I got a point. How about that?
Irish handcuffs is when someone is carrying 2 drinks at once. Which,
Man.
you know, the Irish do often. Often, the Irish do that.
I'm no joke. See, dude,
Well,
don't
yeah,
ever
it's
count me
not.
out of the game.
Black Irish.
No joke.
You have a point, and Shepka has a point.
Yeah,
so
it's me and Shepka. And we got one
and
left.
Chuck is just losing followers.
You did
Yeah,
start
yeah,
losing.
but yeah, you're fisting redheads over there. Let's move on.
Wow.
That's what he said. He
Okay.
came out of his mouth.
It just sounds different when it comes out of yours.
I don't know why. Everything I do is different.
She can't hear when it comes out of your mouth usually. Usually
No,
somebody else
no,
says the
no,
same
no,
thing
it's-
you've been saying for years, and it's like, oh, it makes sense.
Okay, guys. The game. The game.
All right, last one. Here we go. All right, Shepka, me and you, baby.
Okay.
Chuck's
Ready?
not tying us.
No.
Let's do it.
Okay. Ooh, should I do that one or that one?
You do realize I have a point in the first round.
What is
Oh, you do?
sticker paralysis? Sticker paralysis.
Sticker
What is
par-
sticker paralysis?
Oh, I won this game.
No, you did not.
I did.
You don't even know what sticker paralysis
I do.
is.
I do.
You don't.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Shepka, you're first.
I'm gonna say someone that's got so many bumper stickers on their car that it's gotten so heavy that it won't move.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Okay, all right. Aaron, what is sticker paralysis?
It's when you go to the store and you let somebody pick something out to purchase that you're going to buy for them, and you get to the counter and then they beep the little ticker, the little sticker, and you see how much it's going to cost. And you're frozen because it's sticker paralysis. You can't move. You're like, what the fuck? It's too expensive. That's the answer. Sticker paralysis.
But it's not.
Son of a
But-
fucking bitch.
But you, Chuck, what's your
I
guess?
unfortunately suffer from sticker paralysis.
You know what I'm
which
saying,
is
right?
what?
When like if you go up and stuff, so let's use shopping. So say you're going shopping and there's somebody stuck a sticker on, like, say, the handle of the shopping cart and it's half torn off.
Yeah.
I have to sit there and finish scraping the sticker off before I can continue walking.
Okay, you
I
guys
suffer
are
from
aging.
sticker
You guys are
paralysis.
aging yourselves.
Okay, so
Okay,
what's the
when we're
answer?
talking about Urban Dictionary, we're talking about like what the teenagers are talking about, and sticker paralysis is not none of that.
When did
Guys.
urban come from to young crowd? I thought
Okay,
urban
it
meant
is young
black,
people.
like black people.
Okay, so sticker paralysis is when you have a really cool sticker and no place to stick it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I want the last 6 minutes back.
Apologize to each and every listener out there for that last segment of that.
I have
The nice
sticker-
thing
I have
is
sticker paralysis.
this will make Aaron feel good. We all tied.
Yeah, when did Chuck get a point?
I got a point in the first round.
He got the first one.
Did he really?
Cyclist getting in the fucking way and not moving.
Oh, yeah, that's
remember?
right.
You
That's
all
right.
have a point.
So we all tied?
We're
you all
all
tied.
winners.
Wow.
Yay!
You all
Okay, come up
are
with something
tied.
else. You gotta
All right,
you
fair
gotta give
enough.
it.
No,
You
we
gotta
can
give
go
a
out as a tie.
tiebreaker.
We can
Aaron,
go out as a
Aaron is
Tiebreaker?
gonna
Okay,
have
I got
a
a
day.
tiebreaker.
Aaron is gonna have a day.
I got a tiebreaker.
I'm fine tying. It's fine.
Cowboy-itis. Tiebreaker.
Cowboy.
Cowboy-itis. What is cowboy-itis?
Cowboy-itis.
Every fucking country song you hear now, because none of it's fucking country.
Okay, is that your guess?
That's my fucking answer. I don't give a shit if I'm right, wrong. I don't give a fuck about the game.
Okay.
Fuck current country music.
Whoa, I like it.
Yeah, of course you do.
Back off, Jack. Anyway,
Nathan.
Shepka, you're first. So, cowboy-itis. What is
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump all
cowboy-itis?
over you.
Jesus. Have a cow.
I'm gonna say it is someone who is being a bit of a country hoe that is clearly not, with the fucking little stars on their boots and the cowboy hat, and they're basically suffering from cowboy-itis, but they're actually just like a fucking, I don't know,
Douchebag.
an Indian or something. Instead, yeah.
Okay.
I
I like it.
I was going to say the same thing with
Oh.
the cyclist. I was like,
Oh.
it's a guy riding a bicycle with a cowboy hat on.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't he be riding
Yeah.
a horse?
Yeah, he should, but he's got cowboy-itis.
Because he's from fucking Gig Harbor.
Yeah, he doesn't
doesn't
get it. Yeah, he's got a bike. He's like, I don't give a shit. Yeehaw.
Well,
That's
so
all I
much
got.
for a tiebreaker
Yeah,
because
that's-
none of you got it right.
Nobody knows that.
And it's intentional lack of regard for danger or negative consequences.
Cowboy-itis.
Cowboy-itis.
Wow.
You know, you just don't get. You just do shit. You just.
So last night when I was afraid to put
You
the
just-
cats out at our new house, I had cowboy-itis.
No.
But I'm afraid. I was afraid for the fucking cats. 'cause
No,
it was
you're
a new
not
house.
afraid of anything. It's cowboyitis.
But you weren't afraid of your own danger.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
cowboy-itis.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
They'll
So
do
my
it
own-
Anyway.
because it need. They'll cowboyitis is they'll do it because it needs doing.
This is probably the dumbest ones we've had. So far.
Well, you know what? You can just.
The funny thing is she knew that one off the top of her head. It wasn't.
I know
in her notes.
she knew it. I don't know it. I don't know.
Well, because I
You-
know things.
Because you're a cowboy?
Like.
Or because you're
No.
Irish.
I like cowboys. I'm not a cowboy.
Okay, fair.
Okay. Anyway,
All right. Shepka.
if people want to find you, where can they find you?
Yeah, my man.
Quick.
Where can people watch your movie, bro?
Segue.
Shit, so you can go to Shepka Productions on Facebook. That's probably the best place. We've got a YouTube channel as well
Okay.
that you can search for us. There's a bunch of shorts on there as well. There's a bunch of shorts on Amazon Prime. And then Holiday Monday you can check out on Amazon Prime. You can check it out on DVD and Blu-ray. I believe Walmart's got it. And it's also on a bunch of streaming platforms, iTunes, and loads more that I cannot remember.
All good.
So you can check that out on there. And then we're hoping that our next film, When Darkness Falls, is going to be out sometime in the spring of next year.
Very good. Are you guys filming that right now, by the way?
So that's the one that's just gone to sales right now. So it's
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
It's already done.
a kind of mystery thriller set in the Scottish Highlands.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool, man. And your
Yes.
YouTube page, what's the label on that so people can find it?
So if people just search for Nathan Shepka, they should be able to find that.
Beautiful.
If you want to check that out, and the Holiday Monday trailer is on there as well.
Beautiful
That's-
thing, brother.
SHEPKA.
That's right. Shepka.
And if
That's
you
the motherfucker right
you
there.
can't hear it, you can read it because it's on the screen.
Well, not on the video,
It
it's
should
not.
indeed be.
Not on the video.
Oh,
No, it won't be on the video.
so you can't see that
It'll be
I'm
on the
just,
title of the.
Yeah.
Well,
Thing they click on
I
podcast.
will put it in the titling, but yeah, what we see on the screen won't be there. It's fine. That's what editors do. You know,
Chuck, you
I
wanna
do all
close
this
us
stuff
out?
that they don't even understand. Shepka, I'm like, you know,
Chuck, you wanna close us
Rambo.
out?
I'm Rambo, and they're like Colonel Troutman. They don't get it. But
Chuck, you want to close us out?
Do you have to go to the bathroom again? That's a hard push for a close.
no, I was just talking
I
shit.
just
She wants me
want
to
him to
shut up.
stop talking.
She wants me to shut up.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'll talk to Shepka all day, but I just want Aaron to stop talking.
all right, I'm gonna. It's Shepka. Oh yeah, you know what? We should do that too. By the way, get
What?
that because Sam talked about having a special guest sit in as a host on the show.
Oh, yeah,
for one of us, where they actually host. So if we were to call Nathan, would you be willing to do that for us one of these days if we wanted you to?
That is a great idea. I would really be up for that.
Awesome.
Be a
Especially if you
co-host?
guys got Eric Roberts on.
Especially, fuck yeah, okay, all
All
right.
right.
wait. So we're gonna have a fourth co-host, or is it gonna
No,
be something?
no, one of
we
us
can't
just
be
sits the
available?
fuck out. No,
One of us
is
sits out.
One
But
of us
just
is
have
out.
Eric Roberts on. Nobody's sitting out.
It's gonna be
I'll sit
like
out.
it's gonna be a
you'll sit out.
prize.
I'll sit out. It's fine. I'll be mad as fuck, but I'll sit out.
It's
Whatever. I'm a teammate. I'm making a faith-based film for fuck's sakes. You don't think I can do it?
So I'm going away.
It's going to take Eric Roberts 7.5 hours to talk about his upcoming movie, so might want to get some caffeine down your throat.
Several
true.
co-hosts.
That's true. That is true. We'll do it in shifts.
We talked about it being a prize.
Yeah.
For
Oh yeah.
if you win.
Yeah. We'll do it like
Whatever.
a game show or something, some kind of event that we can do. Oops.
Yeah.
And if they win, then they could maybe win that.
Be
Could
a co-host.
be a host for that
guest.
for one of the shows. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Be
And
fun.
one of us can sit out, and it could be you.
I know you would want me to. Sure. Yeah. It's fine.
We might
It'll
have.
probably be me.
I mean, if
No,
you
I'll
guys
sit
want to
out.
push this week, there's an opportunity for somebody to fill my spot.
That's
on
true.
On
Next
the
week.
That
bouncing
is
ball
true.
this
That is true.
Saturday.
All right.
What are you doing next Saturday, Nathan?
Him. I thought you were asking me why I wasn't going to be here,
Oh,
but
'cause,
fine.
yeah,
Who gives a
we
shit?
already-
Chuck's not here. Thank God. It won't be weird.
Do you want to be our first fill-in co-host?
Why not? I am up for that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
Okay, so next week.
Okay, we'll talk, Nathan.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Because Chuck's not going to be here, and we're just going to be Sam and I hosting a show next week. So
Yeah.
you'll be our proof of concept,
Our guest host.
Cool. That sounds good.
Shepka.
buddy. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yes, it is.
Cheers, guys. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, man. And we will watch your movie. I know I will.
Yes,
I'll
I
get
will.
It. Yeah, we'll try to get it in this weekend if we can. I really want to watch it. No, I'll shoot you a message after we watch it. So
Absolutely.
just let you
Cool.
know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, brother.
Okay.
Keep making your movies, my man. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Cheers, guys. You too?
All right.
Yes.
All right. The dogs are barking, which means that something smells weird. They could be digging up the body in the backyard. Either way, I'd like to take this time to say before the police arrive, Shepka, thank you for joining us today on Around the Reel. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy evening of chilling. Forgive me for saying this and pointing this out at your mom's house, and because you're using all your funds to be able to do what you want to do, to chase a dream, to live a life that you want to love by doing something that you love. So thank you for sharing all that with information with us. Thank you for sharing all the information about your upcoming projects and the ones that you have out now. Yes, like Aaron said, we are going to watch it, we are going to review it, and we are going to give you a scandalous IMDb fucking review.
Yeah, let's just rape him.
What a piece of what a piece of shite. I mean, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this guy doing?
It's like anybody
That
can.
would
You
probably
can make
be
a
the
better
best
movie with
review so
$5.
far.
No, Shepka, buddy, thank you so much for joining us today on Around the Reel. And everybody out there, remember, think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
Bye.
See you guys later. Thanks for tuning
Wait,
in.
remember, everybody, think hard, because you're thinking anyway.
Oh, for the love of Christ, both of you guys.
He just
Are you
cut me off,
serious?
though. Just cut me off.
Nobody,
Yeah,
nobody
because-
needs to hear the old intro.
Okay,
or
well, I'm going
outro.
to cut you both off and say thank you for listening to our show. Thank you for tuning into Around the Reel.
That's great stuff.
Yeah.
So why did they even tune in the first place?
I don't know, but they're glad they did.
Yeah. I think it's because we're trying to inspire people
We are.
and have fun with people.
People that are artists.
Creatives.
Yeah. People that are out there trying to make a living with their art.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's what we're doing.
They're
Yes.
crafty.
Yes.
So have them tune in. And how do they get on our show, Chuck?
You can get on our show by going to our website. Please visit us at cccentertainmentgroup.com. Click on the scheduling
Link.
link.
I'll send you to me.
Yeah.
Sassy Sam was going to get you all lined up on everything
I'll hook you up with a day and a time.
sometime in 2021 or 2022 because it's filling up fast. So if you want to get on this show,
Get on
I
it.
highly suggest
Get on it.
you start clicking your brains out.
Come be our guest on our show. We'd love to hear your story.
We'd love to hear it.
Make sure you come visit us on Amazon Prime and OP Prime.
Oh,
Come
yeah,
watch
watch
The
our
Outrider.
movie. Watch our movie, The Outrider.
Yeah, you can watch Marcus
good.
Ford kick some fucking ass.
Oh,
This was a perfectly good take until you said
until
that.
you said that.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in to the show. Bye-bye, guys.